Am I the asshole for telling my daughter that she made it clear she has no mother and having a long list she must do to move back in?
I don't know, but we are going to find out. Welcome to the Better Baby Mama podcast. I'm your host, Zaza, and today we're going to be reacting to an AITAH. What this mom wants to know, was she the asshole for how she reacted to her daughter? So the original video will be linked in the description, as well as credits to the original creator. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. This is going to be a very short video, but please like, subscribe, comment for more videos. Let's get into the foolishness.
I will keep the background short. I divorced my ex-husband when my daughter Maria was 10. I got the house, but I was a stay-at-home mom, so I had trouble making ends meet. So lots of budgeting after I got my job in the field again. My ex didn't have this problem and could spoil her. He spoiled her rotten, and it really affected our relationship. I would tell her I can't afford to get $1,000 laptop, and it would cause a huge argument about how dad is better. I tried to get her a job. An argument happened. When she was 17, she decided to drop from high school. I told her no. She told me it was her life and she can do what she wants. Another argument, and she left to live with dad permanently. I tried to contact her multiple times, but she told me I wasn't her mother anymore and to leave her alone. She is now 21 and her dad has gotten remarried and basically kicked her out. She called me and we met up. She wants to move back in, and I only told her under these conditions. Number 1, she needs to get her GED. Number 2, she needs to be working a job at least 25 hours a week. Number 3, she needs to be looking into where her career will be and either go to a trade school or college. Number 4, she won't need to pay rent, but she needs to buy her own stuff like clothes and personal items. Number 5, she needs to contribute to the shared areas, chores she would refuse to do as a kid. Number 6, finally, no partying lifestyle. She needs to focus on getting her life together, not going out every other night like she used to do. Save it for the weekend. She called me a crazy jerk and told me that I'm a shit mother. I informed her that she made it clear that she has no mother years ago. She stormed out and now I'm getting crazy texts. So am I the asshole?
So I took some notes as the video played because I want to make sure that I can give a proper answer to her question, is she the asshole or not? So her and the husband got divorced whenever the child was 10. The child is 21, so that was about 11 years ago. The dad is rich, the mom is broke. The child left the house with mom because they kept arguing over who's the better parent and having mother-daughter issues. At 17, she moved with dad. At some point, she dropped out of high school, and now she is 21 and wanting to come back home because dad got remarried, and it seemed like maybe the new stepmom does not want the child just laying around her house at her big age of 21. I will say I need more information because it is not very typical for children to go and live with their fathers and lack the structure, such as graduating high school. That is very unusual. It seems to me like what has happened is that you have both failed this little girl who is now 21 years old and does not have so much as a diploma from a high school, nor a GED, nor a JOB. So I'm going to say you suck as a parent based on what you've said. Arguing with kids, that's something I've never understood. I'm not going to argue with somebody whose bills I pay. I'm not going to argue with somebody whose copay I am responsible for. I don't argue with people who have to ask me for money to buy things. That's just not my prerogative. So I've never comprehended that. So whenever you say you and your child was doing all this arguing, I don't comprende. I don't understand how you're arguing with somebody who is asking to live in your house. That makes no sense to me. It seems like you guys have spoiled her. And it's like a lot of modern parents, especially moms, but really I'm seeing it a lot with dads too, seem to feel like the child is like equal when it comes to authority and give them some sort of power over what happens in the home. No. I am the queen of this mother sucker. You're going to have to go get your own castle and be the queen of that because it can't be more than one of me. That's just me. So I feel like if we had led with you're the authority, this is the child, you're going to take your ass to school and you're going to graduate, then a lot of these issues could have been avoided. She should be off graduating college. She doesn't have any kids. At least she's not a teen mom or wasn't a single mother or anything. Why is she not in school? Why is she not doing something productive with her life? Why have you guys let her from the age of 17 when she dropped out of school to 21? That's 4 years. Why have y'all allowed her to sit on your sofa and do nothing but party, in your words? Where is she getting the money to go party? Like, be so for real. Where's she getting the money to buy the clothes that she needs to go party? Where's she getting the money to buy the makeup? Who's buying it for her? Somebody's enabling this behavior. And now you want to come here and ask, are you the asshole because your little bratty daughter don't want to respect you in your house when all you asking her to do is get a GED, work 25 hours a week, go to college or trade school, buy her own personal care items, do chores, and don't party on the weekday? Like, are you serious? Are you the asshole? I don't know. Are you? I'd say you're a shit parent. I don't know if asshole is the proper term, but I will say you have failed your daughter. This was all completely preventable. You do not start raising a child when they're 21. You should have been raising your child to be an adult. We're not raising kids. We're raising adults, people who will one day be members of this society. Whether or not they're productive members is up to us, largely. Not 100%, but I say a good 75%. Like, it makes absolutely no sense. And maybe I'm biased because my mom would kick me out the house all the time, and I did not do any of this stuff. Like, she would just kick me out because me and her just hated each other. That's a story for another video, but she kicked me out. Her final time kicking me out was when I was 17 years old. She kicked me out, and I swore on everything I would never go back. I wasn't doing this back and forth type of thing. It was never going to be me. And that was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so glad my mom kicked me out the house because now I don't have any sort of attachment to being in a certain location. I was so attached to that location, being around my friends, being around the people I grew up with. Like, everything was home to me, what I was used to. And when she kicked me out, I went through a lot of stuff, like had to sleep in my car before. Like, I've definitely been homeless before. I've had to sleep in homeless shelters because she's kicked me out. And it was a lot. But I'm so glad the final time she kicked me out when I was 17 years old, best thing that ever happened to me. Guess I had to go do. And I had already graduated high school and I had already been to college. So when she kicked me out, I had to keep working and keep grinding and making it happen. By this time, I already had a child. So it wasn't no turning back. I think the best thing that you should do for this little girl, you should not let her move back in. If y'all wasn't getting along when she was 17, why would you get along now that she's grown? And now that she's legally able to drink, legally able to smoke weed, legally able to smoke cigarettes, legally able to go to the club, it makes no sense to move her back. If you want to help her, the best thing you have to do is let her sink or swim. And that's just my opinion. You know, maybe I am a little bit of a militant mom. I don't know, but I just don't play games with kids. I don't pussyfoot with kids, especially not my kids. I'm not going to have anybody in my space. If I have to file you as a dependent, you're going to do what I say. And I tell my children all the time, this is a dictatorship. This is not a democracy. When you are under my roof, the Democratic Party does not exist. The Republican Party does not exist. This is not bipartisanship. This is pure dictatorship. Do what the fuck I said do now. Right now, I got a whistle and a bullhorn. So there's my 2 cents. Let me know what y'all think down below. I will talk to y'all in the next video. Oh, by the way, Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.